Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Ted Rollins outside the courthouse in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where Alec Baldwin is sitting at the defense table in day 2 of testimony. There's a sidebar that was enacted right before we went to break, and they're still at sidebar. This is a long one. Kelly Hyman's with us. She's in Miami, Florida. Kelly, these sidebars, and we knew this was going to happen because the judge likes to deal with objections at sidebar, and she said that before this trial started. And the defense said, hey, this is going to really make this herky-jerky. Does this affect, I mean, jurors get frustrated, obviously, but do they blame anybody typically? Are they going to blame the prosecution, the defense, the judge, or is it just one of those inconveniences the jurors have to deal with?
It depends on the jurors and depends on how they perceive it. So if their perception is, yes, I'm sitting here, this is kind of wasting my time, what am I doing? It's kind of annoying. Why is this person making this objection? Why is this taking so long? Then it could definitely impact them. I mean, jurors are human beings. Trials are like theater, and they're watching everything. They're seeing how the attorneys interact with one another. They're seeing how the judge reacts to stuff. But it's smart of the judge to deal with these in real time, so then that way they can be dealt with. But yes, potentially it creates an issue for a juror. One juror might say, this is really inconvenient, I don't understand this. And another juror could say, no, that's just part of the legal process and the trial that they have, they want to fight over certain things.
One thing it absolutely does is it allows jurors to sort of look around the courtroom, and especially after the first couple days, they have that, the first day they're locked in, they're nervous too. But I suspect that all of these jurors are very well aware of Alec Baldwin's following, his brother, Stephen, his wife, Hilaria, in the gallery, sister, and also Gloria Allred, front and center, right behind the prosecution table. If they haven't already figured out that this is a celebrity trial with a lot of interest, they sure do now. Just scanning that courtroom, it's also packed with journalists. All right, sidebar, we're breaking up. Let's head back into the courtroom and pick up the cross-examination of Marissa Popple, the crime scene tech from the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office.
All right, jury.
Okay, this is turned into an extended break because obviously they didn't come to a conclusion at sidebar, so they're sending the jury out of the courtroom because it was getting to that level of where it was getting a bit uncomfortable. Alec Baldwin, you see, standing up as the jury exits the courtroom. And Kelly, sometimes you need more time to hash out an issue if all sides are not in agreement. And in a case like this, best to alleviate that tension and send the jury out of the room.
Give them a break. It's the perfect timing to give them an opportunity to take a break. And so it's always interesting, what exactly are they sidebarring? What exactly is the issue that's being discussed? Is the issue where the state feels that these questions that they're asking, that this person is testifying doesn't have knowledge beyond this, it's outside of their scope, that they should be answering these questions, and relevancy definitely could play a role. From the state's standpoint, from the defendant's standpoint, they're trying to prove a point. Maybe it's a point that there was mistakes that were made, there was something wrong with the evidence or the affidavit. One of the big arguments by the defendants is the fact that there was a lot of errors in this case. So I could definitely see them going down that road and really want to poke holes and stuff and try and say that this was messed up, that the state messed up in regards to evidence or the way in which they handle things, to poke holes so that there's reasonable doubt.
All right, just lost Kelly Hyman there. We'll try to reestablish that. One of the big questions, of course, is that the jury has to answer. It's really the only question, and that is, do the rules of gun safety, that you don't point a gun at anybody and pull the trigger, regardless of whether you have checked it or think it's loaded or unloaded. Do those rules affect a movie set? Is this different because